Hello, hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to episode 149 of the Fab and Fearless Business Booster Shot Show. My name is Yinka. I am a business strategist, a coach, a speaker, and an incoming author. And I support women to create wealth in and through their businesses by helping them to focus on what matters most for the business, which is cash flow and strategy, and what matters most for the business owner, which is mindset and habits. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this 149th episode of the Booster Shot Show, where each week at 1:30 p.m. UK time on a Wednesday, I come to you with a short, sharp shot to boost both you and your business with one powerful truth and one actionable tip. And so if you can see and hear me over on either my LinkedIn, Facebook or YouTube profiles, then come in and say hello. Hello, fabulous Jackie Raymond. It is so awesome to see you. Thank you so much for checking the tech. I am so grateful to you. You are just the best. Hello, Claudia. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, awesome Sharon. Welcome, amazing lady. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I'm so excited to see you here. And yes, ladies, Yinka is out of the black. I'm in a bit of a silly mood today. I'm coming in on strong on the scores, but I will check in with you on that in just a moment. So, how are you doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, please let me know how you are doing today. 1 is, oh my gosh, Yinka, things could not be any worse. 10 is Yinka, I am all fire and things could not be any better. How are you feeling today? I am a 10, ladies. I'm not going to lie. I am a 10. I haven't been a 10 in ages. I have had ridiculous levels of sickness over the last couple of weeks. And as someone who doesn't get sick very often, when I get sick, the force is strong with this one, and it is pretty wild. Hello, fabulous Sonia, aka you LinkedIn user. Thank you for joining me, awesome lady. So yes, ladies, let me know how you're doing on a scale of 1 to 10. That's my ask number 1. Ask number 2, ladies, tag a friend, tag a woman in business, tag somebody who you know is going to benefit from hearing from our topic today called Power, Lies, and the Truth About Cash Flow. I am so excited to share this particular topic with you today because I'm going to be talking to you a bit about my TEDx talk. I'm going to share a little bit about why I am talking about this with you today. And I'm so excited to have the amazing Claudia in the audience, who was part of who inspired me to go and re-listen to my own TED talk. Because interestingly, it's not really something I've done very often. As much as you may think I have this giant ego and I'm like a gobby cow, always talking all the time, I really am not. I haven't listened to my TEDx talk in a number of years, and I had the opportunity to really refresh my thinking and really look at it again. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gents, it's a good talk. If you have not heard my TEDx talk, courtesy of the incredible TEDx Lewisham. Shout out to the Fab TEDx Lewisham team. I definitely encourage you to go check it out. It is available on YouTube. It is the glory link that I have on my LinkedIn profile. So if you click on my LinkedIn profile, it is the number 1 link that you will see on that profile. It says, check out my TEDx talk. It is called Power, Lies, and the Truth About Love. And I must say myself, I've listened to a lot of TEDx talks in my life. And it's a TEDx talk that I actually feel really proud of. So if you haven't had the opportunity to watch it, go do yourself a favor. If you have, let me know in the chat how you found it. If it's been a minute, give yourself the opportunity to go and watch it again. But honestly, as I said, I hadn't watched it in years. It's ironic, and I will confess, because I always keep it real, I couldn't watch it. When I first completed it, I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch myself on camera. I didn't like the sound of my voice. And even though I knew that what I had shared was really powerful on the day, not least because the look on my father's face was unlike a look I've ever seen in my life. And it was such an honor, and it was a memory I will always have, that he was there in the audience to watch me deliver the talk, along with my fabulous sisters. Shout out to my sissies. But yeah, I knew it was powerful when I did it, but I couldn't re-listen to it because, yourself on camera, you sound so weird. So I hadn't listened to it in a long time, but I had a beautiful lady, shout out to Claudia DeCarlo, who is currently watching on LinkedIn. She reached out to me and she was like, I just listened to your TED Talk. It was amazing. And I was like, that's cool. I've never I haven't listened to my TED Talk in years. Um, and I know it was good again because I was essentially runner up for TEDx Talk of the Year at the Speaker Awards 2023. So I know it was a good one. And yet, little mindset gremlins stopped me from being able to listen to it. So, yes, I'm going to be talking a bit more about that today, because it is time to really share some insights about power, lies, love, and how that really relates to cash flow. So thank you, Claudia, for sharing that it's powerful. Thank you, Sylvia, for sharing that you found it to be an amazing talk. Sharon, thank you so much for sharing how you found it really inspiring. Daniela, welcome. It's so great to have you. You said, I've listened to mine because a few people messaged me about it. People message me about this talk a lot. And actually, I obviously knew it from memory, but now I know it from audience. And honestly, ladies and gents, I don't talk about my talks that often. It's a good talk. It's powerful. It's an idea worth sharing. And so, as I said, it's a talk I'm really proud of. And so the talk itself is called Power, Lies, and the Truth About Love. And the premise of the talk is part of what I wanted to share with you today. And really looking back, it was 3 years ago now that I did the talk. But looking back at that person who delivered that talk and the person I am today, I'm so freaking proud of her. Like, emotionally so. I'm so proud of her because I can see so much of what she believed in and knew in then that she has built upon and created everything that I am enjoying today. And so I really want to commend her, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what I shared in the TEDx talk, and an update on that as it relates to the work that I am focused on in Cashflow. So the first point that I talked about, and I feel so incredibly strongly about, even more so, I'm getting goosebumps. I haven't even shared it yet. The thing I want to share or talk to you about is the importance that we have of owning, seeing, like knowing in our bones the power that we have to create whatever we want and change the things in our lives. That's the first thing, that the opening word in the title of the TEDx talk is power. Hey, Nzinga, lovely to have you here. And the thing is, ladies, if I could ask you to just ignore any other thing I say to you today, the thing I want you to know more than any other is just how powerful you are. Ladies, there is no power that you need out there. It isn't out there. In here. Thing that I shared in the talk was that we have been taught a lie about the nature of empowerment, because we have been told that we need to go out there to be empowered. We need to wait for someone else to crown us with power. And I'm like, nah, babes, full Peckham, full South London. That is not the case. You are already empowered. And the only reason you don't feel empowered is because you are not owning your power. Drop that in the chat for me, somebody. You cannot have and use power that you do not own and you do not recognize. This is the thing, ladies and gents. Shout out to the gents that I know are lurking. But this is the thing. The biggest trick, the biggest that you will ever play on anyone, and the biggest trick that has been played on us as women, as Black people, as people who come from the other rather than the main, who are not male, pale, stale, is being tricked into believing that we do not have power. And the thing is that we have entire structures in our society that continue to bathe us and wash us in this lie. We vote. We're like, oh, we believe in democracy. Great. We vote once every what, 4 or 5 years? And then all of a sudden they go and run amok for 4 or 5 years, and then we're like, well, there's nothing we can do. Like, there are so many systems, so many structures that are put in place to obscure you of your power. It doesn't even deny you of your power, it just tricks you out of it. The education system tricks you out of it. And instead of teaching you how to think, it teaches you what to think. The employment system, don't even get me started with the employment system. It asks you to sell your goals and dreams in response for a monthly salary. And no, I am not here to shame or shade employment. Everyone ain't supposed to have their own business. Everyone is supposed to be wealthy. You can get wealthy in employment. There is no shame or shade. But what you are not supposed to do is use your one wild and precious life to not pursue your dream. And that is what employment takes from you from a power perspective. Because there are so many who are too afraid to pursue their dream. And so they trade it for security. And I cannot air quote that security enough. Why? Because you don't know if a business is secure or not, because you don't know their cash position. If you have no cash flow, you have no business. And the story of Lehman Brothers will remind you that nothing is too big to fail. Nothing. Entire countries have gone bankrupt. And so do not think for a second that because, oh, it's big, oh, I'm safe. Safe schmafe. It's a lie. Ladies and gents, the most powerful person in your universe is you. Not only is that not true, it is more true than ever. Like, I so came out of the black today. Like, my little puff sleeves are giving me so much life. I'm in such a daft mood today. You can clearly tell. But ladies and gents, I just want you to really feel into. I don't know if you can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, and I've got goosebumps telling you this. You are the most powerful person you will ever meet. And so the biggest mistake that you will make is to not believe that and to trade your power for other things, for faux security, for validation. You are the magic you've been waiting for. And that doesn't mean you don't need help. That doesn't mean that community doesn't matter. That doesn't mean don't have a coach, a mentor, or whatever it is. That's not what we're talking about. We are talking about standing in the power that you were born with, to create a version of the world that only you can see. Because here's the lie that we have been told over and over and over and over again. We're not that powerful, but that's all right. It doesn't really matter anyway. It does matter. There are no do-overs. This is not a drill. This is your real, one wild and precious life. So it is so important, ladies and gents, that you continue to seek truth. Truth matters. You know how much time we waste on a lie? And one of the biggest lies that we waste so much time on is money. Money. Money is one of the biggest things that where the lies are told and we waste so much time. Do you know how many people right now as we speak are going over, like they are doing the most, trying to get, more clients, more likes, more followers, and they're going out of business? They're smart and they're going out of business. They're working hard and they're going out of business. Why? Because the truth of business is no cash flow, no business. And because, but we don't talk about money. We can't talk. No, that's not the kind of person I am. I'm not in it for the money. You see how we are robbed because of lies. And we waste time that we will never get back. So we find ourselves in a really interesting scenario. So that's the thing about a lie. If you believe a lie for long enough, it will start to act as truth in your life, and then it will become your truth, even though it's not the truth. That's the power of believing a lie. Believing a lie is not a neutral thing. Takes and contorts and turns itself into your truth. And that's how we live in a world that is full of abundance, and so many people are experiencing lack because they believed the lie of lack, and now lack is their truth. But there is more than enough for all of us. There is no reason. Poverty is a construct. There is no reason that anyone has to be poor. There is more than enough for all of us. And yet, that isn't everyone's truth. Everyone doesn't experience it that way. Because if you believe that lie for long enough, it starts to act as truth in your life. Your brain needs congruence. Your brain will prefer congruence to happiness. It will prefer congruence to success. Your brain will always be on its prime directive. Job number one, keep you alive. Job number two, stop you wasting so much energy. Well, that's job number three. Job number two, keep you safe. And part of that safety is mental congruence. You keep telling yourself that lie. Oh, it's hard to make money. Oh, money is only for people not like me. It will start to act as truth. And the hardest thing in the world, particularly in a culture like ours that feeds you lies like cultural comfort food, the hardest thing you will do is to seek truth, because truth is like kale. Good for you, tastes terrible. Truth is like kale. Hashtag what Yinka said. But truth is what we need. The truth will set you free. I'm not going to do a graphic. Kale will set you free. I'm sorry. You can tell I'm in a really silly mood, but I just hope that you are picking up what I'm putting down. Hey, Melanie Richards, it is so good to have you in my space. Incredible lady. I am talking about truth and kale. But yeah. And the thing is, ladies and gents, is that truth seeking is tough. But you know what it is? It is also love in action. Seeking the truth is love in action, because truth sets us all free. You know what else love in action? Sales. Sales is love in action. Truth is love in action. Oh my gosh, we're having such a party here. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Ella. Lovely to see you, incredible ladies. We literally have just had a conversation about kale and truth. If you're just joining us, I am reflecting on my, I will say that, incredible TED Talk, Power, Lies, and the Truth About Love. And I'm reflecting on that a couple of years on, and how that really serves as the foundation to the work that I focus on, helping women to create consistent and increasing cash flow. So if you're just joining us at this time, thank you so much. You are welcome. And yes, if you came in halfway through my last little segment, I did say that like kale. Good for you, often tastes terrible. but it's what we need. It is nutrient dense. It is packed with vitamins. Literally nourishes your body and your soul. So that was the second thing that I took. Number one was the importance of stop seeking empowerment. You do not need empowerment because you are full of power. You have power and you are not owning it. And because you're not owning it, you're not using it. Gives me chills. Every time I say it, it gives me chills. The second point was about seeking truth and about the importance of truth and how much lies steal from us in time, in confidence, in energy, in success. We spend so much time allowing lies to chip away at our sense of self. And the fact is that so much, everything we need to get everything we want is within us or within reach. And so the more we take the time to learn the truth about ourselves, the truth about those 5 spaces that I talked about in the TED Talk, I talked about 5 spaces where we would really be able to stand in our true power. Space 1 was loving ourselves. Space 2 was silence. Honestly, one of the most loving things that can happen every now and again is for everyone to just shut up, to give yourself the opportunity to hear your own voice. So to take that silence. Space 3 was mess, mistakes, and failure. And the importance of really understanding what that gets to show us, how failure shows our bravery, how mistakes show us our willingness to go into new spaces. And how, because we are doing the work on loving ourselves, we don't let the successes go to our head and we don't let the losses go to our heart. It makes it makes failure available to us because it doesn't crush us every time we don't get everything we want and everything doesn't go our way. So that was space 3. Space 4 was routine, habit, and discipline. One of my faves. Never sexy, but always, always the home of the sexiest results is routine, discipline, and habit every time. And I talked about the fact that there is no such thing as there's no such thing as doing extraordinary things. And that seems like it's confusing because we see extraordinary results, but extraordinary results come from doing ordinary things extraordinarily. And that extraordinarily is about doing them routinely, with discipline, and with consistency. Then that 5th space was about the mastery of resources, time, and money. See, I was talking about cash flow all the way back then. I was talking about the cash flow then because it matters. Because cash is the currency of transformation. It's how we get stuff done in this world. And because we ain't got time to wait for the rich people to care. We need the caring people to get rich. We need people with hearts to see the world change for the better for all of us, to have the money to create that change. So the final piece that I wanted to share, just before I share my one powerful truth and my one actionable tip, is the importance of choosing love. And again, goosebumps. Ladies, love is the most powerful force in the world. And honestly, love plus money, woo, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. When love meets money, magic happens. Magic happens. Because all money does is it amplifies. Money doesn't change. Money amplifies. When a good person holds and uses money, good is amplified. When a person with bad intentions has it and holds money, bad is amplified. We've got to choose love if we are to see more love in this world. And that love starts with you. Love you. Love you enough to take your money seriously. Because let's face it, you being broke means that someone else needs to come in and take care of you. Literally. Hey, Michelle, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I know you only caught the last bit, but as soon as I shut up in about 2, 3 minutes' time, the replay will come up and you can watch it from the start. And I hope that it will be of real service to you. Most loving thing, incredible lady, that you will ever do for yourself, for the people you love, for the causes you care about, for the world that you live in, is to love yourself enough to take your greater later seriously. That is my one powerful truth for you. You are not loving enough if you are not making sure that you are well in all and you are well and you are wealthy. That's what love really looks like. You creating wealth, you being well. There is no wealth without wellness. This is why rich and rested is my vibe, is my new vertical. More on that in a sec. Rich and rested. Ain't no one trying to go for either or up in here. We are those who stand for the and. Rich and rested. Every single time. That is what love truly looks like. Because if you commit to creating a scenario where you are rich and rested, then you benefit, those you love benefit, your community benefits, and the causes you care about also benefit. There's no downside to you being wealthy, so what are we waiting for? Truly, what are we waiting for? World is going to be so much better. The world is better when you have more money than you can possibly spend in your lifetime in your hands. Because those of us who really understand the assignment know that we are not buckets, we are vessels, and that cash will flow. Ladies, you are on assignment. You have been given an assignment that only you can fulfill. Are you going to rob the world and all of history by not actually executing on the assignment that you've been given because you haven't got your stuff together when it comes to the money? Because you're not gonna like you know, oh, it's really difficult. Yeah, it is difficult, but you know what? You're smart. Oh yeah, the money. I just want you to know that there's nothing that you have ever put your mind to that you haven't gotten done. And there's no bad day that has ever held you there. So, as I often say, and those who are in my spaces would have heard this before, your life is a living, breathing winning streak. So, yeah, sorting out money might be tough, but you're tougher. Stop telling yourself you can't and understand why you must. The world is waiting for you to claim the power that you have always had to make it better for all of us. There's not a single person hearing the sound of my voice today for whom more money in their hands isn't going to be beneficial to us all. I know that to be true because I know my own mission. And I know that God is not going to give the skills and knowledge that I have for people who are going to go and do bad things with it. That's not the vibe. So, my one actionable tip for you today, apart from cheekily saying, go and watch my TED Talk, If you've not seen it, go check it out. It is on YouTube. It is called Power, Lies, and the Truth About Love. When I finish here, I will go find the link. I will also put it in the comments here. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. Go look at those 5 spaces. But more importantly, my one actionable tip for you today is to ask me a question. Ask me a question that will help you take the next step forward on your cash flow journey. Ask me one question. Ask it in the comments, slide into my DMs, wherever you find me, drop me an email. Wherever you need to find me, come find me. Ask a question because we get to lift as we climb, and a rising tide lifts all the ships. World is going to be better when you have more money. Why? Because you have that heart of gold and you have that vision that only you can see. Let's stop robbing ourselves. Let's stop robbing each other of the magic we get to create when love meets cash. Because we ain't sorted out the cash. It's time to sort out the cash. So, ladies and gents, I want to thank Jackie Raymond for dropping the incredible link in the chat. Honestly, Jackie, you were just the best. Go follow Jackie Raymond if you don't follow Jackie Raymond. She is just a gem. Jackie's dropped the YouTube video of my TED Talk. Feel free, watch it, drop me a comment. I also have a YouTube channel. This is being streamed on there as we speak. Go subscribe to that channel too. And yeah, if you know that your cash isn't where you need it to be, then it is time for us to talk. And I'm not looking at you, but if you feel like I'm talking, if you feel like I'm looking at you, it's probably because I'm talking to you. But there's no time, ladies and gents. This is the one wild and precious life we get. There's no do-overs. If you are not done, not having all the things that you want, then I implore you to take yourself and your future seriously. Take those that you love seriously and know that coming to get your cash flow sorted serves you, serves them, serves all of us. No, there is no downside to you having and sorting your cash flow. So, that is everything that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much, Claudia De Carlo. You are a gift. I want to thank you so much for your beautiful message in my DMs yesterday that encouraged me to watch my TEDx talk in full for the very first time and for the opportunity to reflect on how power, lies, and the truth about love really is the foundation. It's the impetus, it's the catalyst to really taking the mastery and the creation of abundant cash flow so seriously. So I really appreciate you, Claudia. I'm so looking forward to our conversation. Ladies and gents, if you like the cut of my jib, if you want to find out more about the work that I do, if you want to talk about getting your cash flow sorted, ladies, slide into my DMs or drop the word power underneath where you are seeing this video, and we can connect and we can talk further. So in the meantime, ladies and gents, take care, have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you all in the spaces. Take care, have a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.